It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Hi everyone. Gonna be doing my work at the same time. Oh, that's the best angle. Hair looking cute. Lipstick looking cute. It's getting dark outside, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see if we can. My forehead looks so big like this for some reason. Hold on a second. Let me fix this problem. There you go. There you go. There you go. It's a lot better like this. Okay. Hmm. Ah. It's a filter. Looks weird. Oh, this one's cute. Look at my nails. I don't like this one. Yeah, I think this one's just me with more light. More lighting, I believe. Okay. This looks cute. Let's add. Oh, this filter's cute. Look at this. Let's add more. No, that's the filter again. Oh no. Okay, more light in. Got a filter on. It got more light in, which is super cool. Red nails, lips. I don't know. I think I don't like the filter. Yeah, better natural. Hi everyone. Let's wait for people to join. In the meantime, I'm gonna be doing my work, and yeah. Let's see. I haven't been on YouTube since I think the last time I've been live on YouTube was in September. So for uploading videos, the last video I uploaded was, I believe, in September, which is a shame. I wish I could be able to do more of those. And yeah, gonna have a new video coming up. Hopefully I'm gonna be search for a while now, and got some conclusions. Got, oh my god, this hair is getting stuck on my face. Got some conclusions that I want to share. Gonna make a little cute video about TRT, basically what it is and when you need it. Also, some people are interested in the topic and want to go through with a hormonal replacement therapy. Yeah, it's very interesting. And also gonna talk about the TRT abuse. Not sure if I can say that word here on YouTube, but basically steroids and yeah, everything that comes with that, everything going on in the fitness industry. And then after that, how you can hop on TRT, and maybe it's the good thing to do for your case. And the symptoms, maybe if you're old enough, you could have hormonal imbalance. You can need you some testosterone shots and you're not aware of that. Maybe this is something you can learn. There's a chat here. Yeah, maybe it's something you can learn in the video. I just have to film it though. I've got the script ready almost. There's a final study I wanted to have a look at. I think it's about the use of TRT or testosterone hormonal therapy in female athletes and its relation with, I think, heart disease, something like that. I'm gonna look it up, not look it up, it's already here. But yeah, I have to read that one and include it. It's okay. There's also another paper that's very interesting that I'm willing to include, which is testosterone replacement therapy in the treatment of depression, which is published, I think, by the NIH. I don't remember what that is, but it's a government website. I think it's a health association, American Health Association, whatever. And this is also very interesting, as they say, testosterone shots can improve the mood by a lot, which is cool. I don't know what that means, Justin. Yeah, and there is another. I can't find the paper that I was looking for. I remember it was female athletes. Oh yeah, so there's this one, and there's I think there's two papers that I got mixed up instead of just one. I can't find it. Yeah, so yeah, this is a topic that that my video is going to be about, and hopefully after that we can tackle another video, hopefully in the new year. So the TRT video should be up hopefully before the new year. Gotta work on that, and I don't want to give a promise that I can't keep, but hopefully it's going to be uploaded before January 1st, which is in a few days now. I don't know when is it gonna be. I think it's a Thursday, right? So January 1st is gonna be a Thursday. Hopefully it's gonna be up before that. Maybe I can film it tomorrow. Let's see. Just, let's see how let's see how I can fit that in my schedule. But other than that, there's a topic that I wanted to talk about in a while, not just talk about in live, but also in, let me take these off, but also in a video, just make like a documentary style video about it. Figured it would be more useful like that. So basically talk about head injury, and I don't know what's it called. I don't know the actual name, but basically let me have a look. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, it's head injury. Yeah. Traumatic brain injury, head injury. Yeah, I think it's called CTE. So basically, head injury. I've been interested in martial art for a while now, and this is a topic I wanted to talk about for quite some time, which is if it's worth it to, not just martial art, I think different sports where you get CTE, whether it's even worth it to get involved in that. So I've got the papers ready here. I have to do the actual research, which is the part that takes a while. I have to finish that video first, and then I'm gonna move to this one. So yeah, this is what's coming up. It's gonna be quite a change from the content that I already have now on my channel. Oh, look at the nails, they look cute. Gotta get an infill though. But I think they don't look too bad at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna get an infill at some point. Yeah, is gonna be it. And I'm out of words. Yeah, so my script is ready for the TRT video. I just need to take the time to actually film it, and obviously it's going to be a different setup from my usual content, as it was mostly about cooking, got a ton of interesting recipes, which I started making last year around, not Christmas time, but before that, I think it was around November when I started filming the cooking videos. It was so cool. It was just to remember now the memories and all the cutlery that I got for Christmas, and the Christmas I had a Christmas plate that I got specifically for Christmas, obviously. It's so cute. It was amazing. Not amazing. I think it's amazing because it's past, obviously, but maybe not. Maybe back then I didn't feel it was amazing, but it was a nice period of time where I got interested in YouTube. I was filming a video almost every day, sometimes multiple videos a day, mostly shorts, and got so much content up. I think I got more like 200 shorts, and I used to post multiple videos per day, so that was about three, I suppose 2 to 3 shorts per day, which when I think about now, it's mind-boggling. So now I'm switching to more long format type videos. So, and something that interests me more, what I want to do long term. So hopefully gonna keep, yeah, if you're watching, please like this video, this live. So now it's more, I think it's passion driven. So just pick a topic that interests me a lot. Maybe something that people want to learn about and dig deep into it. Read some papers and see what the research says about it, and get what, like, that necessary information, and just throw that in a documentary style video that, let's see what it's gonna look like. I'm excited because I don't know what it's gonna look like. Obviously, I have like, I have an idea in my mind, like in my head. I've got the video. I'm gonna start talking about some history of TRT and how even years ago, ancient society vision that there's something in the testicles that, like, that makes people stronger. It makes men stronger, and it does something, and they could not articulate it back then. And then how that evolved into basically learning about testosterone and hormones, and that it's they thought there is a liquid, and not necessarily liquid, but something in testicles that was very powerful. And then we learned it's I don't know what to call it, I don't remember the name, but a testicle liquid. And then from there we learned that it's an actual hormone called testosterone, and the different attempts to actually perform testosterone replacement therapy on some people, and what we got to today, the different methods to get testosterone injected or whatever added to basically your system, which is very interesting. And now that we can see the testosterone abuse, and especially in the fitness community, and where we got today, that is very interesting. So I've got the history done. I've got the where is CRT, which is many people get it mixed up with steroids, which are not the same thing. Or substance could be the same. It could be testosterone and derivatives, but it's not. They don't serve the same purpose, because TRT is testosterone replacement therapy, which means we're trying to correct the level of testosterone that is, maybe not maybe, because if you were prescribed TRT, obviously it's lower than where we want it to be, which gives some crazy symptoms that are not very fun to live with day-to-day life. Like, for example, obviously, as you can see, like, could be depression, it could be just mood swings in general in men. You can see in older men if they have lower levels of testosterone. Um, obviously the most obvious one, erectile dysfunction, just different symptoms that TRT can heal. And yeah, so TRT is more of a correction than an actual excess. Like, we're not looking for more testosterone. So it's just a correction to get it to that good level. But steroids, it's not a correction. Like, you have a good level of testosterone, you just want more of it. Yeah, that's the difference. So one is correction and the other one is just basically wanting more, wanting to feel like a superhuman. I got all this from I was not interested. It's not like I was not interested. I didn't know it was a thing before watching the Hamza video. It's a lot of drama on the internet. I think it was last month with Hamza and Greg Doucette. So basically, Hamza was on steroids and he was not open about it, which whatever. But apparently, it's like has been called out on it, and that's what I started getting curious about it, about TRT and also steroids and the relation, and they're not the same thing. Yeah, so I got the idea from there, and yeah, I think the drama stopped. I think Greg Doucette now stopped talking about Hamza and all that stuff. She just he moved on to something different. But that I'm still stuck there. I'm still wanting to learn more about the topic and see what is it. Maybe it can help. Some people are interested in it. And yeah, so basically it's a correction no matter it's TRT is a correction that you take if you have LOH, which is hypogonadism, if I'm pronouncing it right, which is a clinical condition in which low levels of serum testosterone are found in association with specific signs and symptom. Something very interesting that I was watching Young Don video. Young Don, he's doing reacts now. He mentioned the fact that when you're on TRT or basically any testosterone that is not naturally produced by your body, your level, you got stable level of testosterone throughout the day, as opposed to what your body produces, which is high during the morning, and then it gradually gets lower and lower, which is very interesting. I think I didn't find this, I didn't find it talked about a lot in the literature, which is a shame. But I think the research on TRT and all these things are, I think it's lacking, to say the least. My main research, what I do for my work, is about computer science and AI and cybersecurity and all that cool stuff, and which is very, very much developed. We got like benchmarks, things to compare with. Everything is set up, if we can say it like this. So it's not basically different studies and things like that are less or more separated. I don't know how to explain it, but isolated studies, I'd call it like that. It's more organized, there are more benchmarks, and people are, I would say, aware of the state of the art in that AI research. But doing what I did with that TRT thing, if you're watching this live, please like it. Just, I think you can go in the corner and then click that button, and then it's going to give you the option to like the live. So basically, yeah, so I think the research is not very organized, and it's just isolated studies, and I wish it was more established. I wish there was more studies that we can take more seriously. But because I was reading papers, and at the same time, like, research, we say it's accurate, we say it's what we have to rely on, but of course we have to look at the studies, we have to look at what conditions they were conducted on, and other details that can influence the results, and can maybe make us change our minds and think, oh, okay, the study was it looks valid, it looks accurate. But when you look at all the details, you realize, oh, something's off. Maybe um, everything is not where it should be, which is very interesting for the papers that I've read. I'm not, I'm still getting into this. Of course, it's a different topic, um, uh, a different topic from like what I'm usually used to. I'm not used to like reading studies and things like that. I'm slowly getting into that domain, but it would be very interesting to basically see, not see, but being able to distinguish between what is actually a good study, what is actually um, something accurate that we have to take seriously, and a study that could be more, um, let's say, not the best to jump to that conclusion that they included in their paper. Yeah, this is what I've been recently working on. Hopefully the video is gonna be up very soon. I'm so excited for the video because it's gonna be, and also it's taking longer because I'm the type of person where when I start I just go on forever, but just starting for me takes a while. So I'm gonna start with the video. I should film it soon. And it's gonna be up hopefully before the new year, and all the editing, and it's gonna take a while, and obviously um I'm not used to editing documentary style videos. It's gonna be my first time, which is exciting and overwhelming at the same time. So let's see what's gonna happen with that. So I got history, got the treatment delivery systems, um, different ones, which is really cool. So you can choose um, the if you're going with TRT, you can choose the best delivery system for you. But obviously, some of them are more effective than others, like anything in life. TRT though is very beneficial. Of course, it has risks, like anything in life. Anything that you add to your system that wasn't actually there has benefits and risks, right? Obviously, the main reason I think many people hop on TRT, especially people that are older in age, is sexual performance and function. So that is improved with TRT. It can also improve the bones density, which is, I was a bit surprised to read that, and increase body mass, obviously, because this is what steroids or testosterone does. It increases your ability to build muscle. If I'm not wrong, improve mood, because as I explained earlier, um, LOH, or basically the condition that you actually need to hop on TRT, is diagnosed by a low level of serum testosterone and also other symptoms. Like, for example, low mood, low energy. It's just a quality of life that is decreasing. So that also improves with TRT. And very important one is the enhanced cognitive function, which is very interesting because with all the drama that was going on with Hamza and Greg Doucette and stuff like that, Hamza mentioned that he hopped on TRT, which I don't think it would be called TRT in that case because his testosterone was not low enough. I don't think he qualifies for TRT. But with let's say injecting testosterone, he mentioned that he was super sharp and he was really well focused, which is very interesting. So basically, testosterone makes you sharper for longer periods of time. I think the average human, at least for me, you start your morning very sharp. You can focus a lot, you can do a lot, and then it just decreases gradually during the day until you're more tired, just sleepy. You just want to go to bed. you can't focus, you can't be more productive. Now, testosterone, on the other hand, it makes you sharper. It just makes you superhuman, basically. You're you got better cognitive function than the rest of the people. It's also interesting because maybe this is a question that I can, I'm just curious about it, but I don't know, when I was thinking about this and how like different human species, obviously we're different. We all share the genome homo, but at the same time we're different. I got this question. So we know Neanderthals, for example, they're physically stronger than us Homo sapiens, and they build more muscle. Did they have higher testosterone? Is their average higher? And if we compare, I've seen this mentioned a lot, especially people on the manosphere and things like that, when they mention that cavemen, they have high testosterone, they're stronger. Is it actually true? I've I've thought about it for a while, but I think I asked ChatGPT, but it didn't give me like a concrete answer about this, whether their testosterone is higher or not. But cavemen, we know that for men in the 50s, for instance, we know that the testosterone was higher. How about cavemen, for example, with all the conditions that we're living in, we know that stress lowers testosterone. Does it actually? Probably does. The people, cavemen or the early humans, they were very stressed because they could not eat. They were in survival mode at its finest. Now, did they have higher testosterone? Now, if you just, when we say caveman, we usually refer to Homo sapiens. But if you have any ideas, if you have an explanation or something, please put it in the comments, in the chat below. Now, this is Homo sapiens, right? Now, if we talk about other species like Homo erectus, Neanderthals, did they have higher, like the average male testosterone, was it higher than the Homo sapien, or lower, or was it the same? I think it's very interesting to just maybe it's a question answered. Maybe I'm too late to this. But through fossils, can we actually like jump to that conclusion? Is this something that we can learn through fossils? The hormone level, testosterone level in this case, which we're interested in because it's talking about TRT and things like that. I don't know. I think it would be interesting. Maybe through fossil. Obviously, we can come with some theories and throw some numbers here and there and some conclusions, but can we actually learn that information through fossils? I don't know. Can we? Maybe. I don't know. I have to do my... This is one of the questions that stays in my head, and I never think about... I just keep thinking about it, but I never think about going and doing the research to see if it's to seek an answer, basically. Yeah, this is one of the questions that I could talk about for hours. I think I can make a whole video about this, but I don't know if it would be interesting. I don't know if I find it interesting enough, or if people would find it interesting to just talk about like early humans and other human species and the differences, and whether... And also, you can imagine, you can just have like this imaginary scenario that I've seen videos doing the same thing of other human species, and whether they're if they're still like, if they survived, if they didn't go extinct, if they survived today, and how life would it be? How would life be with so many different species, like with all the differences? And obviously, of course, we don't know 100% what they looked like, but obviously they're different from us, right? So you could tell, if you see someone, you could tell whether they're Homo sapiens, or Neanderthals, or Homo florensis. You could tell by their size, by the way they look. It's just insane if you think about it, how life would be. And also, I think we're just Homo sapiens. We're the same, got the same gene on this planet, and It's hard for us to basically. I think we've came so and in our survival as species, and of course we're the dominant species on the planet right now, which is huge. It's a huge for us, considering that physically we don't have physical advantage. We're weaker than other species. We um, talk about hunting. We're not as strong as a tiger or like some predator. We probably, I think if we think about the physical attributes, we wouldn't be on the top of the food chain. But are we on the top of the food chain now? I don't know, but I think we are. Um, I think we are. We're not hunted. No, we're not preyed upon from other like species. So I think that's good in terms of our survival as species on this planet. But even as humans, we have the same gene, right? But at the same time, we don't get along like that. We don't. It's just a lot of racism in the world, a lot of classism, a lot of different countries, different continents. We're different. So imagine if we had other species living with us. Now we do. We do have other species and some animals and stuff, insects. And we find them cute. You find dogs cute. You find if you go to the zoo or whatever, you go to nature and you see different animals, you just find them fascinating and cute. But what if um, these species were competing with us on resources? If they were also human, but they look different. They have they're also conscious conscious. They got their brains are working. They walk upright. They look like us in some way. How life would it be? Would we have speciesism where a species, probably Homo sapiens, are considered better than the other ones? Or would we not be a dominant species as Homo sapiens? Like another species would be the dominant one and we would be treated differently. Like, just so interesting to see how the world would look like. And also, if you think about all the hybrid humans, because obviously, if you have like different species of humans coexisting in one space, you're gonna have some hybrids. They're gonna breed together and you're gonna have some hybrids creatures. Like imagine if you go to the Olympics and you got hybrid people that are hybrids of, let's say, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, or a bodybuilding competition, and like you got like maybe Neanderthal or hybrid that is on average stronger than like 100% pure Homo sapien. And would they even be qualified to compete? Because obviously they're different and they're genetically more privileged. I don't know. I just got all these questions, and of course, we would never know the answer 100% because these species are extinct now. They don't exist anymore. But it would be interesting to see to just it would be interesting to see how the world would look like if we had all the human species survive, and if we could coexist, if we get to this point of civilization and we could coexist together, and what the world would look like. Very interesting. Maybe it is what it is. They went extinct for a reason or another, and we made it, survival wise. We made it. So yeah, maybe this is not important, and it's not worth it's not worth it to think about it now. But I, w- I would like to see what life would be like. Maybe now with the AI and all the tools that we have, we can maybe the AI can help with that. You can see how different life would be, how on all aspects. Maybe you can have, obviously there was probably different like other movies about the topic of like different human species and things like that coexist in one space, but not in a movie, but in a more realistic way, how the world would be, how obviously different species of humans would be treated, and obviously some would be more, have more genetic advantage in different things. Some would be able to survive in different environment. Some species would be able to survive in cold environments better than us, obviously. Yeah, it would be interesting to see all that. It's crazy how we started talking about TRT and so strong and things like that, and how's that drama, and now we jump to humans and Homo sapiens and how different life would be if we were not the only species to make it in this world. Okay, I think this is time for me to leave. It was a nice comeback to YouTube. I haven't been here for a while, and this feels so honestly, it doesn't feel very weird. It feels okay to just be back on YouTube and be I haven't been doing many lives, honestly, so it's all good, but I really need to upload more videos. So hopefully gonna have a video up before the end of the year, and another one in progress for next year. Hopefully the first week of January gonna have something up. It could be the maybe so the TRT video. It could be different parts because there's a lot to say, a lot of information, and I don't want to upload like a huge video of 2 hours or so. I think that's too much. So maybe I can split it like in different parts and upload one each week or so. I'm gonna try to do one video per week, but again, I can't give promise that I won't be able to keep. All right, it was fun being here. Hope you enjoyed the live. For those who are here, yeah, have a good day. Mwah.